It's week 2 of the NFL, where Mexico City will play host to a different kind of football. It's the reigning NFC champs and the Monarchs, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, week 2 of the season. Greg, as you get the season going, you want to get that first game under your belt. Now, it almost feels like all the buildup is past. Now we're looking ahead to this long marathon of a regular season.
Absolutely, and this is really where you fall into the pace of the NFL season. All off-season, no matter how hard you try to say, all right, week 1 is just 1 of 17, that's not the case. It is different.
All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think 2 things were at play. Number 1, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his second, third, check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result.
That's complete to McLeod. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Now, faking the give. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day. The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball, and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games, and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
The Monarchs special teams unit onto the field. This is taken at his own 30. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Dreadnoughts offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now they'll set up to... And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
The Monarchs offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They had a disappointing quick 3-and-out on that opening drive, so they'll try it again here in a scoreless game with 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and so also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Open man, left side, he's got it. 14 on the pickup, and that will be a 1st down.
Back-to-back 3-and-outs, and not ideal to start the game in that manner. So that's a really important throw right there. Let's see if they can build something from there. Brings up 1st and 10. Continue to let your opening script unfold. You got to go down and find some points here and get your offense settled down.
Here's a 1st carry for their running back. Fighting off tackles, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Tight end going in motion here. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. 15 yards through the air. That's enough for a 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
3rd and long. Quickly, he gets it out to his right. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dreadnoughts offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup. You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
He'll go right and find his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
The Monarchs offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. Quick throw, taken in. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They send the tight end in motion. He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up 1st down.
Couple of 1st downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings us 2nd and 9.
He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1.
He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here. And that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. Back with more from Mexico City and the International Series after this. Here's their punter now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Dreadnoughts offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie second-rounder.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
The Monarchs offense getting set to get back to work. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Right away, they'll set up to throw.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll throw out of the gun. To the right side here, pass is caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
He'll try to run for it.
The quarterback on the scramble.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he will have the first down. So they roll the dice on 4th down in the red zone. And it pays off with 1st and goal. Here's a run. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. To the end zone. It's intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Dreadnoughts offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed left. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. Oh, a short game there to about the 22. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Lewis. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
The Monarchs offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground, and he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He runs with it. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down. It's a first down and a gain of 13. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From out of the gun, he'll throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Monarchs. His first touchdown of the new campaign. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Monarchs are out to a 10-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. 2nd and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to get to the sticks. He'll wind up losing yardage as they mark him short of the first down, and it sets up 4th down.
This offense just can't buy a 3rd down conversion right now, Mike. And if you're not going to have a lot of explosive plays, that's just not a formula for success. The ability to sustain drives, maintain possession, that's a critical factor in scoring points in the NFL. And so far, this has been about as bad as it gets.
On comes the punter now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. A fair catch signal and taken at about the 18-yard line. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw here is complete. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. A tight end in motion now. They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I continue in just a moment. He'll look to throw. Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete. 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Oh, the ball's out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. The Monarchs getting their special teams on the field. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, this looks like a design run. Now, this defense will use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. This is Lewis. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And he's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. He'll get this to McLeod. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. Now the try here for the point after. The kick is good. And the Dreadnoughts are on the board. It's 10-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. They put a receiver in motion to the left. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. So we're at halftime with just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you up to Orlando for a check-in with Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's all yours.
Okay, Mike, back to you and Greg in just a moment. But after a wild first weekend in the NFL, time to see if things will settle down as we take a quick look at what's happening here in Week 2. We'll start across the Atlantic in London, England, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Tigers able to even their mark at 1-1 after falling in their opener a week ago. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And as you see, they were winners earlier this afternoon. The Redwoods using that home crowd to get the victory there after the loss on opening weekend. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you in their ball game.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. Or rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
The visitors' offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. Open man is Hopkins. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll look Hopkins' way again. This is also complete. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
They'll run with Lewis. And he's going the wrong way, dropped back at the 7.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Dreadnoughts are on top. It's 14-10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Here's 1st and 10. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete.
We see this time and time again in the NFL, Mike. You want to play quarterback at this level, you better figure out a way to be able to bounce back following a bad throw, a bad series, a bad game. And in this case, he's got to bounce back from a pick on the last drive, and he's got to find himself some easy completions and settle himself back into this one.
But Dreadnoughts offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Number 83, a gain of 11 on the play, and the San Antonio first down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. To the outside, catch made by Hopkins.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he gets it to midfield, and he gets the 1st down. Good run. The drive continues.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal.
And the San Antonio first down.
They'll run it. Here's Lewis. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. On the ground, it's Lewis. And room to operate as he takes it down to the 2. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
So on 4th down, they'll call out the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. That one is good. And the Dreadnoughts will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Monarchs offense and their running back set to go once more. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll get this one out to his fullback. Not able to stay in. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be a loss of a couple of yards on that one. He'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
The Dreadnoughts offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle, and that'll be a pickup of 3. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point is good. And the Dreadnoughts move out to a 24-10 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Monarchs offense ready to come back out for this next possession. This secondary will get a lot of the credit. 3 picks so far. But, Greg, the pass rush has been relentless as well.
Yeah, I think it's super important, Mike, that we point out just how much the pass rush and then the secondary coverage works together. The more that rush gets home, the faster that ball gets out. We can play certain coverages knowing the timing of the quarterback has to be sped up. So often, the teams that are the most successful in this league, Mike, they have the best understanding. When our back end and our front end are working in unison, man, it puts a lot of pressure on not only the quarterback, but the entire offense.
Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Open man, left side. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the fourth quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. That's in the end zone and intercepted.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
The Dreadnoughts offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. At the 24-yard line.
They'll throw out of the gun. That's complete to McLeod. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. They'll look to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete. Now a timeout called by the defense. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Dreadnoughts getting ready to punt this skyward as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Here comes a return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Monarchs offense getting set to get back to work. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. He gains nothing. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. There's that man again. Another catch.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning in.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
The Dreadnoughts offense ready to get back to work. And they have definitely righted some wrongs after the loss of the opener. They have the lead here, and they start this possession 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now faking the give. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
1st and goal.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. On play act, under pressure, and now he's going to go down, back at the 8-yard line.
Anytime you bring pressure like that, Mike, you're counting on getting to the quarterback before you get beat downfield. The vulnerability of that play call is in your pass coverage, but when you can get home and get to the quarterback that fast, the offense never has a chance to stress your coverage.
So, 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dreadnoughts will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The Monarchs offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. His 11th grab of the game. And a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now they'll set up to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Now this offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6. They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 3rd down, 3 to go. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Monarchs. A try here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Monarchs are able to cut the deficit to 10. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Now a second timeout called by the defense. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. Man in motion, heading left. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down.
And the San Antonio first down.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So, it's a win for our visitors. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.